Harley-Davidson is taking the Livewire and doing a standalone branding of all their electric motorbikes. Let's talk about that. Let's get cracking. Good Moto morning. I'm your host, Eric. Welcome to another episode of Kraken's Garage. Today we're going to talk about the Harley-Davidson Livewire, the $30,000 electric motorcycle they came out with in 2019, converted over into a standalone dealership to harbor all their electric motorcycles. Let's get cracking. On May 10th, The Verge, I'll put a link to it down below in the description to this article, posted an article about Harley-Davidson spins out the Livewire as its own electric motorcycle brand. The company will unveil a new electrified model in July as well. Livewire, the first electric motorcycle from Harley-Davidson, will now become its own standalone brand. The Milwaukee-based company announced that it would be spinning out its electric motorcycle division as its own company with a distinct lineup and a tailored retail experience. Harley-Davidson plans to unveil the first Livewire branded motorcycle on July 8th to coincide with the International Motorcycle Show. It's a similar move to how Harley-Davidson approached its new electric bicycle company. The Serial One is what they call that. The idea is that the Livewire continues to benefit from its relationship with its parent company while also forging its own brand identity that is distinct from Harley-Davidson. It's a shift from how the company approached its current Livewire model, in which Harley-Davidson logo is front and center, while the Livewire brand is practically non-existent. And it's a sign that going forward, Harley-Davidson is interested in letting its electrified models stand on their own terms. With the mission to be the most desirable electric motorcycle brand in the world, Livewire will pioneer the future of motorcycling for its pursuit of urban adventure and beyond. Johann Zeitz, Chairman, President, and CEO of Harley-Davidson, said in a statement, Livewire also plans to innovate and develop technology that will be applicable to Harley-Davidson electric motorcycles in the future. There's a new logo and a new virtual headquarters with engineering teams stationed in Silicon Valley and Milwaukee. Livewire will work with Harley-Davidson dealerships as an independent brand with a blend of digital and physical retail formats. I'll throw a picture of their new logo up here for you to view. Asked whether this will include online ordering, a Harley-Davidson spokesperson responded with a cautiously worded statement, "It depends on the state in which you live," the spokesperson said. Livewire is creating a purchase path that allows us to meet the expectations for a digital purchase experience supported by a network of committed dealers that allow customers to choose their path engagement model. The question is whether this branding strategy will lead to better sales for Harley-Davidson electric models. Last year, Reuters reported the company's plan to appeal to a younger generation of motorcyclists with the Livewire was struggling, with most of the pre-orders coming from older or pre-existing customers. Harley-Davidson's overall sales have been stagnant lately after hitting a low point in 2018. The problem could be that the price, which starts at $29,799, isn't that much cheaper than a Telsa Model 3. Dealers told Reuters that many younger customers were turned off by the price tag. Harley-Davidson is also facing some stiff competition from rivals like Zero Motorcycles, which recently teamed up powersport manufacturer Polaris on a new lineup of electric-powered ATV and snowmobiles. And as the broader world of transportation shifts to electric, the company will be under increasing pressure from its shareholders to prove its vision of the future can be profitable. I pulled up on Cycle Trader and just took a look nationwide at how many Livewires were for sale on Cycle Trader, and there's 167 of them nationwide. And I had it sorted by lowest price first, and there is a load of them out there in the $23,000 to $24,000 price range, most of them harboring a sticker right next to it saying make an offer. And this is for 2020 leftovers. Most of them have 100, 400 miles on them, something like that. I assume they were demo models that were taken across the US for their demo drives. That said, everyone that rode one has absolutely loved it, but the deal breaker for almost everyone is $30,000. That's just a lot of coin for a bike that you got to pull over and recharge I believe Harley states you can get 80% recharge in 45 minutes to get you back on the road. It just isn't feasible for me. I guess if I lived in a city, in an urban dwelling where I'm just buzzing around town and commuting to work and things of that nature, it would make more sense, and plug it in when you get home. I live out here in rural America, so it's a half hour to go to into town each way, about 30, 35, 40 miles to go each way to run your errands, to pick up essentials and things of that nature. So in my case, I don't think I could make a round trip without having to pull over and recharge. So it doesn't make sense to me at all. This is an uneducated statement, so I'm painting with a wide brush here, but batteries technology has evolved so much in the last 5-10 years. It's absolutely amazing what they do with lipos these days. That said, to put them in vehicles, it is very costly, it is very heavy, and you just don't get the range. And the problem with lipo batteries, or the batteries that they use in electric vehicles, is it's diminished goods. Every time you recharge those batteries, you've lost a small percentage of the available power of that battery. The next problem with the Livewire is, as it decreases, your performance decreases accordingly. So if you get down to 10% battery use, are you going to get the same acceleration and passing power that you would at a full charge? Simple answer is no. So that technology is still evolving as well. I've talked about that with the Triumph EV1, where they're addressing that technology and they're making very bold statements that you will have 100% use of that power right down to zero on the fuel gauge or charge that's on your battery. So that needs to be addressed as well. But on the Livewire, it does diminish as the battery goes down or your alleged gas tank diminishes. So we're right on the cusp of having a solid electric bike in the very near future. Do I personally think we're there yet? No, I do not. The cost is way too expensive to produce these bikes, and the range is a deal breaker. The cost is a deal breaker, and the weight is usually a deal breaker. In Harley's case, the weight has been definitely handled, and the bike performs amazing. Everyone that's ridden one and test ridden one just climbs off of it with a great big smile on their face. So it'll be interesting to see what they do, and I'm shocked that they're coming out with a new electric vehicle in July, right before the motorcycle show. So be interested to see where Harley-Davidson goes with that. One element that I don't quite grasp on them, the MoCo being strategic, is why put it in Silicon Valley and Milwaukee only. The bikes are still produced and made in York, Pennsylvania, so you got to ship them back to the dealers from there, just like every other Harley. But that said, if you're basing it out of Silicon, is that to appeal to the tech crowd? And are you hedging your bet that the tech-savvy people of Silicon are going to be spending that kind of coin on your bikes? I don't know. Personally, it just doesn't look good on the surface. I wish them all the best. Let me know your thoughts on what you think about this move with Harley-Davidson. Is this a case of them weaning out the electric bike and distancing themselves from the Harley-Davidson brand? Or is this a strategic move that will be spot on to unleash their next line of bikes as kind of a scion of Harley-Davidson? Good question. Let me know your thoughts down below on what you think of this move by Harley-Davidson. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you want to see more in the future, hit that subscribe button right down there in the corner. And remember, folks, go riding. It's good for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.